Learning by Doing presents The Mad Dash. Watch us every Tuesday morning on YouTube. Join me and multiple crew members as I take our Crowley catamaran from Sydney, Australia all the way up around the top to Lombok in Indonesia. Made possible by our patrons. Thank you very much, you guys, and also our sponsors here on board for this trip. Thanks so much, guys. You can also follow us along on Marine Traffic or Vessel Finder. Trade Runner is the name. Alright guys, good morning, good morning. Beautiful day here today. As you can see, sunrise going off, just crazy clouds. This is the good time of the day to be awake, that's for sure. And we've got all our sails up. We just left Mid Percy Island, you can see there. Last video we arrived there in the middle of the night. Didn't really show you anything about that, but if you're interested, I have made a few videos about this in the past. I've been here many times and it's an absolute pleasure every time, and this time was a real good one as well. Yeah, so there's a link up here, or a couple of links in the description probably, a couple of older videos about this place. As it always sort of seems to happen here, it's a revolving door. You get a couple of calm days and then the wind goes to shit, and then the weather sort of changes. And it's pretty notorious Anchorage for just being really rolly and you can't really get out of it. And that's what happened. We had 2 days of perfection, and then at about midnight now, the wind come up, and then by 3 in the morning it was getting rolly, and then we were pretty happy to leave at 6 a.m. just before the sunrise. And yeah, move on north. We're going to Scafell today, so here's the route for that. And yeah, it's a mass exodus. I don't think there'll be any boats left in the Anchorage. There's probably about 15, like 5 or 6, no, probably like 10 boats left before us. Some of them left in the middle of the night because they couldn't sleep, obviously. But I think there's 3 cats ahead of us. There's Oasis are going to somewhere different. They're up there, and in the blooms back there, and 2 or 3 monos. Obviously they're a bit slower than all the cats. The cats are doing a bit faster in this wind. We're on a beam reach. We've got 2 reefs in the main. It's the first time I've flown this main. In wind, you know, I pulled it up obviously a few times, but first time we've sailed with it. So we've got a second reef in, and it's only 12 knots of apparent, and we're doing 8, but definitely I could let a reef out, but easy days. We're not in a massive rush. We only have 65 miles to do today, and you know, at 6.5 knots average, that's 10 hours, and we left at 6, so that'll be again there at 4. Easy days. If we go any faster than that, we just get there earlier and chill. But we will get there earlier because yeah, we just hit 9 knots now. So we're probably going to average 7, 7.5, and if I pull out a reef, we'll probably average 8.5. So beautiful. It's pretty amazing how quickly the seas pile up. You know, 12 hours ago it was glass off, just dead calm. And it's not crazy now, but it's, you know, it's come up. It's not a swell, it's just a wind swell, but it's probably a metre. It's still comfortable, but it's just crazy how fast it comes up. Anyway, we'll show you some sailing, get back to you later. I might throw out some fishing lines, and we haven't had any luck with fish yet. We've only caught mac tuna, which is not good luck. So hopefully we'll catch a mackerel or something today, it would be nice. So what was your impressions of Percy Island?
Oh, fantastic. You've got to get there. You've got to find your way there.
Yeah.
Great time.
Good 2 days?
Oh, absolutely. Loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah. And how did you sleep last night?
The first part of it was good. Yeah. And then had the wind come up and the waves came up, and had a look around. A few lights on around the bay. A few other people were getting up and having a look around as well.
Yeah.
But no, I went back to bed and had a good sleep. Good. Yeah.
Cool. Looking forward to today's sail?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, she feels good on the water. Slipping through the water. Yeah. Nice breeze. Getting along at 8 knots, 14 knots apparent. It's great.
Doing good. How's she running?
Yeah, she's good. It's going well. Yeah. I don't know what the average is, but it's good. It's got to be up around those 8.5, 9, something like that.
Pretty good average.
Yeah, fantastic.
A little boat. So ended up having a pretty great sail. This was probably the fastest leg so far that we've had. Definitely this, strong average wind. We had the mainsail up, we had the jib out, and the boat, this is the first time we've used the boat, I would say, in its element. So we were probably over 70 miles. We probably averaged 8.5, 9 knots. We were just hooking along, and conservative, had 2 reefs in the main most of the time. So yeah, it was good to see her, and in that sort of style, like the boat just went good. I'm thinking if Marie was on board, she wouldn't have been scared or seasick. So I mean that was good. And as we came around the corner of Scorefell, the tide was against us, and you can see here that the waves sort of build up a bit, and our speed goes down, even though we're going just as fast. And we caught up to a couple of the boats that were in front of us during the day, and then we sat in the anchorage. I think we arrived at about 2 in the afternoon, and sat in the anchorage and just chilled out and watched other boats arrive. It's nice being on a fast boat and watching other boats come in hours after you.
Yeah.
Good morning. Just pulled up the anchor, and I was slowly edging our way out of lovely Scorefell there behind us. Slept like an absolute log. Didn't remember one thing from that sleep, but then only had a couple hours sleep the night before, so that's sort of to be expected, and I feel very much refreshed and ready to go. We have 55 miles today, and we'll end up in the Whitsundays, which is quite a big leg done. Brisbane to the Whitsundays. It's one of the bigger legs, and pretty stoked about that. We should have a reasonably good day today, like yesterday. It's probably going to be 12 to 15, 16 knots and sort of downwind. How are you doing? Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah, good.
How'd you sleep?
Fantastic. Nice and calm last night.
Yeah.
Good sleep.
And we slept in half an hour later today.
Yeah, that's right.
We're setting off half an hour later. Yep.
Shape and ready to go.
Yep. A lot of boats back in there. Oh look, someone else has got a sail up. Oh no, someone's already left as well. There we go, I'll zoom in for you. We've got one person there with a sail up. We've got a cat over there getting a sail up. Quite a few boats. There's in the bloom in there. Alright, we've entered Whitsunday Passage, as you can see here. You can hear the first jet going over from Hamilton Island. Yeah, there it is. Zoom, 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 zoom. There. Look at that. Yeah, so we are officially in the Whitsundays. You can see up here. This is Hamilton Island up in here. We've just come from here, and we came from here this morning. Zick, 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 down to here, Squaw Island, about 45 miles ago. And we've had a pretty good run. Dream run, actually. This is champagne sailing, I'd say. Just been sort of doing 7, 8s, 9s, just hardly feeling it. Right now we're doing, 8, 3, 8, 7, 5. Yeah, in 8 knots of wind. We've got all our big sails up. I'll show you. Yeah, we've got the mainsail and the screecher out. Wing on wing. Yeah, the new mainsail is looking really good. Good shape. Thanks, Kadrick. Yeah, not only got it to me very fast, but also it looks really nice. I'm not that disappointed anymore. It's going to last a long time. You don't have to worry. Yeah, you don't have to treat it too softly. I think you can bash this thing around a little bit. And I got a spare set of battens too, which is good. And yeah, we're ripping. We're cruising along. We've got another, I don't know, 10 miles to go till we get to our Anchorage Sid Harbour tonight. And then yeah, we'll park up there. We'll be there just in an hour or so. So we've made a big step here, getting to AIrlie Whitsundays. We'll probably maybe head over to AIrlie Beach tomorrow. Murray's getting off the boat here in the Whitsundays and flying out back home, flying out of Hamilton. And I got a couple of new crew members getting on AIrlie Beach up to Cairns. So exciting times. How's lunch?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Toast and soup and kimchi.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks to Josh and Phoebe for the kimchi.
Yeah, that's bulked it up beautifully.
How are we looking this morning?
Fantastic. Great sailing day. Really good. Yep.
They've taken us through this little cut.
Yeah, going through a cut.
This is called Unsafe Passage, so you better be keeping
my
us
game.
safe. You keen?
Do my best.
Nice. That's just the rope pulling tight on the winch. Alright, so we just pulled up the anchor from South Mole and are heading over to AIrlie Beach. That'll be our final destination. That's where Murray gets off. And yeah, that's sort of like the leg finished for this trip. It's only 6 to 7 miles over to there. We've got a decent amount of wind. Just got a jib out, and yeah, we'll buzz around the corner and throw down the anchor in AIrlie Beach, and yeah, happy days. Awesome trip. We're anchored up here in AIrlie Beach, all in a place that I never could anchor before. We're in 1.5 meters of water, pretty cool. And this was Murray's last sail today. He's leaving the boat here. I got new crew coming on tomorrow, so I'll ask him a few questions. How was your trip?
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah, excellent trip. Yeppoon up to AIrlie Beach, amazing trip. Keppel Islands, Percy Group, perfect.
And I mean, you came here not just on holiday, right?
Oh, that's right.
What
yeah.
was your expectations, and did we meet them?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I've done a little bit of sailing, but I just haven't been on catamarans. And you know, when you're looking at buying a boat, it's always good to go in with both eyes open and really understand what you're doing. And yeah, just had, I guess, a few questions that I didn't really know when I got on the boat. And I think I've really made up my mind that a catamaran's definitely good for me, for the type of boating that I want to do, or the type of sailing and cruising that I want to do. And the catamaran sort of ticks all the boxes.
And sort of this size, or bigger, or newer, like what are you thinking for you? You're potentially want to be able to sail it solo, but potentially with a partner.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and yeah, this size here, 39, 40 feet, is, I can't see anything wrong with that. Great size. Maybe even up to 43 feet, but
sure.
No bigger. This is great. Perfect size.
And you know, like, what did you think of, you know, our passage making and the comfort and all that? Like, all good for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Look, it was this particular trade runner. She slips through the water beautifully. She rides over the waves, and it's comfortable. Really comfortable. It met my expectations, and I exceeded them actually.
Yeah. No, it was a good. Definitely, we had a bit of everything. We had spinnaker, light wind. We had downwind, 20 knots. We had some like beam reaches, and then some good island time. It was a pretty dream-like little trip, I would say. My best one so far on this mad dash.
Good to be part of the mad dash, but I think it opened my eyes that you don't have to go huge or bigger is safer or better or anything like that. You really opened my eyes that you know, a solo person or a partner, a solo sailor and his partner can definitely handle a boat of 39 to 40 feet quite comfortably. You certainly can. So
yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, I would definitely say I'm confident on this boat. in what we've done so far, and there's still a bit of excess outside. I wouldn't be confident taking it around the Cape, maybe, but I would think I would be okay across Indian Ocean, for example, like being careful and having satellite weather and being able to dodge weather and things. But yeah, I'm getting more confident as we go through different conditions and sea states and things like that, you know. So yeah, I hope you've had a good time, and it was a pleasure to have you aboard.
Thank you. No, I had a fantastic time. Learned a lot, and going home with some answers to some questions. It's great.
Well, that's all we can ask for. Happy crew. Cool. And he was very good, you know, good crew member. He cooked. We took days on, days off. So I had a bit of a break every now and again, which was good. And yeah, he's worked on super yachts. He's done a lot of travelling around the world. You know, just had to tell him things once, and he got it. He helped me out a lot, and it was good. It was a pleasure. It was like a little holiday for me. Even, you know, I really enjoyed this last 10 days. It was challenging sailing. We did fast daily averages. We got perfect days on the islands we stopped at, and yeah, really, really cool. Nothing broke either.
Nothing broke.
No. Good. Got here and we're like, oh, we don't even have to fix anything. That's awesome. So we did about what, 300-400 miles, and yeah, nothing to fix when we got here. So that's perfect. We'll end it here. The next passage will be, I will have new crew. It's a couple, English Australians. I mean, they're English, but they've lived in Australia a few years. And we will be going from here to Cairns, and I'll probably make a couple of videos during that trip. We'll be stopping along the way, a couple of reefs, a couple of islands. We'll do an overnight passage up to Magnetic Island from here, Whitsundays, and I'll bring you all that in the next episodes. But yeah, this is it for today. Thank you very much, patrons, once again. Always say it, always mean it. Really, really cool. We got a couple of new ones last week. Very thankful for that. And yeah, we will see you next week. Same time, same place, Tuesday morning, Australian time. And yeah, thanks again, Murray. Nice to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
See ya.